Okay. Okay. So, as you can see, I got a haircut. I keep getting it cut really short because, then I don't have to worry about getting a haircut for a longer period of time. But I think I was really enjoying having longer hair. But I got a haircut because yesterday I got married. And, I was in my head most of the day. I was actually really sick the past 3 days. I actually had a pretty high, fever. I had a lot of aches and pains and stuff, and this morning, and, very headache and sick. So I'm still sick. It's been a few hours I've been up, and I feel a little bit better since I had some time to wake up. The aches and pains are not as bad. I took some medicine. I took a shower, so I feel better. So yeah, basically I got married while I was sick. And, over the past few days, I've been just really in my head. Well, I've been in my head for a long time. Having an INTJ personality is you kind of just let the sensory, you kind of just let things around you pass you by, and you're kind of just in your head thinking of long-term goals that, in reality, it's like planning for any event. Sometimes you can't plan for everything because things change over time, and you don't know for sure how things will be in the future, so you can't really plan too much because things change over time. So if you're always living in your head thinking about when things are finally going to be finished long down the road, and you don't really focus on the here and now. So yeah, a lot of yesterday, again, I was kind of sick. I was kind of in my head. I actually did put in some effort to try to be in the sensory, as I was getting married and stuff, and really pay attention. And, I am extremely happy that I got married. I met somebody that I'm just so happy. Basically everything I've ever wanted, someone that's loving, that's caring, that's pretty, that's, and, there's, and so I'm really happy, but I'm trying to work on, being less cynical, less depressive. I've pretty much been that my whole life. I remember one time I used to blame video games for the reason why, I was antisocial, and but really I was always like that. I just preferred to be alone and to tinker, kind of some mad scientist or something. I would rather just obsessively work on projects and, get really good at things and kind of just, perfect things and kind of just let the world around me pass me by and, not be in the here and now. And I've noticed even I've been trying to work on it. There's so many people that you can tell how they think completely different than me, and a lot of times, like I said, I'm always cynical. I always think the worst and stuff, and it's just, I don't know. I'm trying to work on that, trying to, like I said, I'm still kind of sick. There was a long time where, I didn't understand why women even like men, how can marriage or a relationship even work? I remember there's this one comedian, atheist guy, who was the reason why women like men is a mystery. If a man can't make a woman laugh, then, he's out of the gene pool, if you look on YouTube, why women are not funny or something like that, you'll, I think, see the video. Because it's like, men have to be funny. Men have to, like, or, nobody's going to like them. Nobody, you know. So it's kind of interesting. Sometimes, like, I'll overthink things. I'll overanalyze things. I'll be too aggressive and negative and, make assumptions and stuff and get all riled up and, and then I just, like, live in my head and miss out on things going on around me and, and so, I mean, it's interesting. Now that I've been married and, interacted with so many different people and, realized that my upbringing, my childhood, the people I used to know and grew up around and, the cynicism and negativity and overly seriousness and, to just be around people that are just loving and caring and, they actually communicate and listen to you. It's very surreal. And, my brain is constantly like, is this real? Is this real? When you've just seen so much negativity and cynicism and, you see that online. There's like communities of people that are just really negative about relationships and marriages, and they just kind of dwell and wallow in negativity and all those things. And you almost don't even think, marriages and relationships are a real thing, and yeah, it's interesting because, life's a struggle. Life's, I remember being single and, not making that much money, but making enough money to slowly, have more and more money. I was getting, I bought everything I could ever want, and I was just kind of just sitting on, money and, just buying random $1,000 trinkets and toys that I was never actually going to use, and just kind of like, getting to the point where, like, I was just trying to find the best of everything, and I didn't really need any more things. I was just kind of just like, well, I'm just gonna live this boring, obsessive life. It's not gonna really be anything else. I'm just gonna have these little hobbies that I'm gonna talk about till the end of time, or every couple of years maybe I'll get a new hobby and I'll learn about it and get really good at it and then move on to the next hobby, and then I'll eventually, whatever. So it was really unexpected to be married and, to have all these new experiences. I kind of, didn't really see that as a possibility. And I'm so glad. I'm so happy. But my brain is still like, is any of this real? Like, is anything real? Like, you kind of get used to a very particular lifestyle of being single and just, obsessing over toys and trinkets and, and trying to start up hobbies and stuff just to pass the time, even though you're not going to ever, like, be serious about it. And, just being nostalgic about when things were exciting and new. And just kind of just wallowing, thinking of the past instead of the future, because the future is boring and you have everything you could ever want, really. And everything is just kind of boring. And the only thing you have to worry about is not getting fat. And I don't know. It's, INTJ people apparently, they don't show emotions and stuff. I don't know. I feel like there's definitely a lot of things I want to work on. So those are probably going to be my new passions and hobbies, like maybe trying to be less cynical, trying to make jokes, trying to be sociable. I don't know. Because, being negative and low self-esteem and all this stuff, and I don't know, wallowing, I don't know. But like I said, this is supposed to be a video about getting married. And again, meeting someone that's loving and caring and amazing, and you're kind of just like in your head asking, is any of this real? Is anything real? It's not even just about the marriage. It's like something that, like, I'm just trying to figure out in my own brain. Like, is anything real? What is going on? So exciting times. See, I'm trying to work on, like, why is my brain like thinking like this? And I should be like excited. I should be like, oh hey guys, like, and my brain's like, no, you're just gonna be monotone and in your head and question, is anything even real? Oh boy, no boy. See, that's what I'm currently trying to work on, I guess. Anyway, how was your guys' day? Yeah, woo. Like I said, I'm still sick as a dog. Maybe that's a big... See, so many times, like, like I was working for like, a bunch of days straight. I ended up getting a cold. I think it's a cold. I've been feeling terrible the past few days. So, all of this combined, definitely is kind of impeding and impairing my perspective on things that are happening. But I don't know. Like I said, I was having chills or aches and headache and nausea, and it was pretty bad this morning. So oh boy. Maybe when I feel better, I don't know. I'll see you guys later.